for you personally, obviously, you're a person who's very deep into the Ugandan community to a certain degree,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What are the pros and cons of Ugandan people?
Um, oh God. Do you know what?
Yeah.
I love my Ugandans. Like, I love the community.
Mm.
Um, I'll start with the disadvantages
Yeah. I remember,
of,
by the way, sorry to even cut you. Remember, like,
yeah.
by the way, this is reality and nobody's perfect. Like,
Mm,
us individually, our community, black people in general, there's pros and cons. Like, let's not, you know
exactly,
what I'm trying to say? And it's
exactly.
like, it's part of being human. Like we said, none of us are perfect anyway. So I
Yeah,
just want to make a disclaimer anyway. It's not like,
yeah.
yeah, man.
I feel like the disadvantages
Yeah.
of the Ugandan community, obviously, I'm more based in the Islamic
Community.
um, Ugandan
Yeah.
community. So I literally have to speak from that. I feel like, firstly, they're judgy.
It's
Yes,
mental.
a community where they judge a lot. And the thing is about the community is when
Mm,
they judge,
mm.
it's their kids that are
Oh.
doing these things, but yet they're going to see another person's child's mistakes. Yeah. And literally point that out and speak about it, but they can never speak about their own child's mistake. I feel like that's one thing our community does wrong. They're not here like to kind of like to build you. Do you know what I mean? They're here to literally
Criticize you.
criticize you
And,
and bring you down,
and like,
literally.
and that kind of like, would you say the kind of like, the very quick, would you say they're very quick to point out your imperfections
Yeah,
and like your mistakes that you make?
literally, like
Jeez.
literally every bad thing,
Yeah.
yeah, they will know. Oh, this person's child, this person's child,
Eh.
but they never actually speak about their
Oh.
own child. And I think it affects a lot of like Ugandan mothers in a way of not even wanting to come to simple things like small things like the mosque, for example,
Yeah.
because of how others see them as when they're parenting.
But I feel like obviously we can be doing so much more like as a
Yeah,
community.
we can.
Why do you think like we still like find it difficult to build amongst us to build proper businesses, all of these things that we can leave to our
Yeah.
kids as Ugandan people? You get
I
me?
feel like I'm gonna say a word in Luganda, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's called Tebeyagaliza. They do not want to see other people win. Even if it's your own family member, they want to be, they're the ones that they're provider. So
Okay.
every single family member looks at that person. Have you ever clocked that in Ugandan families, there's always that one person that is like, oh, that's the head uncle. Do you get what I'm saying? Which in all families or other cultures and
Yeah.
every um cultures and religion or whatever, it's there. But I feel like for us as Ugandans, we can't separate business, yeah,
Mm.
with like pleasure or with they just have so much hate. I just don't understand it. Like I've tried to come up with a small way, like
Yeah.
a good way to say it,
So
yeah.
yeah.
But these people never want to let you win. Like if your child is doing good, they'll find a way for your child to be bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Simply, yeah, they will find a way. And I get it, it's embedded in them.
Mm.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's something that they also, for decades and decades, they have done. But I feel like if we now go back to, for example, my granddad's um, days, yeah, they were builders. They like to build for each other. They like to build. Like, you've got to remember that it's like me and you, chef, yeah? Even if it's blood or not blood, yeah, we'll always consider ourselves as, right, this is my brother, this is
Yeah.
my sister, because of the foundation that our grandparents or fathers left. But in, for example, let me say, in, the 50 years and under, they don't have that. They don't want to build the upcoming community, and they also don't want to leave the upcoming community. Yeah, so they are the ones that actually putting us behind in a way, because you would think the older, like Bakulu Bafe, yeah, the elders, yeah, will be the ones to now tell us, do you know what? You guys take over the community. You guys are now the aunties and uncles, but they don't want to do that. Why? Because they don't want us to succeed in life. That's what it is.
You see, when you say they don't want us to succeed in life, yeah, it proper sounds like you're talking about strangers. Like this actually shocks me because
Yeah,
it sounds like you're talking about strangers, let
it's
alone
so
people who are meant to
weird.
be like in your community or your family.
Honestly, yeah.
Like, so moving forward, like you see like this kind of mentality,
Yeah.
and even talking about breaking cycles,
Mm,
like moving forward, like in terms of like for us or how we can fix these kind of
yeah,
things moving forward for our own kids
exactly.
or even for us growing up to just try to do whatever we can. What do you think, like, is there anything that could be done to change this kind of narrative? And if so, what can we do?
I feel like we have to go back. For example, the people that started this community in the first place,
Mm,
yeah, obviously majority of them have passed, or have got dementia, have got different things, yeah, because they're the older community.
mm,
I feel like we have to go back and remember, yeah, how they did it. Because I feel like a lot of us have got so much hate and we don't even know why. Like you said, Chef, you're not within the Ugandan community, but you wouldn't really quite understand why you're not.
mm,
Do you get what I'm trying to say? You can't, it's like, I think the generation has made us, our parents' generation has made us feel like I don't want to be in that Ugandan community because all people do is talk. Ah, people are going to talk about me. Oh, man, our is like this and like that. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Always the negative. So you don't want to be around that negative energy. You want to be around positive energy. So now, majority of us within, I don't know, 30s or 20s,
Mm.
we don't want to be around Ugandans because we feel it's always going to be a negative vibe.
Right.
Do
Right
you get what
now,
I'm saying?
right now, I even feel like busting a tear because you just literally just hit a note. Literally, like for years, it's not
Yeah,
because I don't love my people, but exactly what you just said. Like when I got
yeah,
to a point, even with imagine even with Islam, by the way,
yeah,
because obviously I don't know if you know, like I went through because I'm a very very like curious person in it.
yeah,
So even some people obviously call me the black sheep of my family, or whatever.
yeah,
I've got my own mind. So even going back to the black community, yeah, I've got to a point where there was one point when I thought to myself, obviously, yeah, of course I love my people and whatnot. But I
yeah.
tried years and years ago, I tried to, to like, to proper go into the community. And
Mm,
exactly what you're saying, I just realized like there's nothing but people are just talking nonsense. Then
yeah,
people are talking this and talking that rather than
precisely.
like, this is not our country. I just thought to
Yeah,
myself, for fuck's sake, look how far we've came from our country.
exactly.
We went to another country rather
Mm-hmm.
than find ways to, like I said,
Build
to
it.
build and to
Exactly.
empower our communities and Ugandan people. What's with this foolishness of that person talking this, talking that? So that's why, for me, even I got to my conclusion when I was like, you
Yeah.
know what? Let me S out. Let me leave this
There you
Ugandan
go.
community and go
Yeah.
elsewhere. What kind of mentality, man?
Yeah. Like I could be your child,
Yeah.
but they don't see it like that. But they're very good at pretending. I have to give it to our community. They love to pretend.
The actors.
Yeah.
Why don't they go on
They've
EastEnders or
got two
something?
faces.
Jesus Christ, man.
They got two faces. Let's be realistic sometimes. You know what I mean? We speak the truth, innit?
Yeah.
Reality TV.
Reality TV, now it's true. You get me? Like reality team TV. It's the truth, man. And
Yeah.
sometimes you know what people say. You know what? Like sometimes you know what people say. Like, I'm gonna even say this. I'm gonna try to say in Uganda. Echitufu chiluma. I said that correctly, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You did.
Echitufu
Chiluma.
chiluma. In English, what's the translation? The truth hurts. You got what I'm trying to say? Like on the lighter note, before we move on, yeah.
Yeah.
Like what are the brighter things about that the Ugandan community, the good things? Because obviously with vibes, we like to drink like alcoholics. I don't know what's going on. Obviously, we drink, we like to have a good time. We're
Yeah.
very vibrant. Like
Yeah.
when you see this, what sometimes used to frustrate me about Ugandan people. Like we've got all of these qualities.
There
Imagine
you
looking at
go.
someone and you look at them and you can see the potential. They've got all of these qualities.
Just let one of us at least reach there.
Yeah,
But literally, it's always a no.
yeah,
I think the brighter things about
yeah,
Ugandans, yeah,
yeah,
is the fact that we have a lot of love. Now, guys, I might have spoken about the negativity of Ugandans, but one thing I know is, like I said to you, we have two faces.
hmm
So we can smile in your face and speak behind your
That's crazy.
back. But at the same time,
Yeah.
like we are true, like we love a lot. We've got big hearts.
hmm
Yeah. And I love our community for that. Because just because I've argued with you doesn't mean I can't say hi to you. I
Yeah.
can't salam you. That's in our culture, that's wrong. We don't beef. Yeah, so that's why if someone's beefing in our community, you know of it. Everybody knows of it because that's something we do not do. It's like a taboo in our culture. Like we are literally the most loving people. Yeah,
We try to stay as peaceful as
we
possible.
do. We try to stay peaceful. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, people might push our characters and all of that, but
Yeah.
you know, like we take it over the shoulder and we say we move, innit?
Yeah,
We move.
we literally move. Obviously, a lot of us were made because that we're humans, isn't it? We grow up,
Yeah.
we get together, we have more kids. Like that's the way life is, isn't it? We produce more kids and
Yeah,
it's like that.
exactly,
But
exactly.
I find it even a little bit more sad nowadays that a lot of people actually don't really want to have
Don't
kids
really
or
wanna have
contemplating
kids.
not having kids. Like you as a, like as a mother who's got multiple beautiful kids, like amazing family. Like what are
Mm.
your thoughts on that? Like in terms of like where we are, where people are now?
Um, Obviously, I can't speak for those that don't want to have kids because I guess a lot of people go through their own emotional trauma.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, like in our generation, for example, they don't know themselves. Yeah, I have to speak in Luganda again. Tebanaba kwezula. And that is a big thing. You see, knowing yourself, yeah, loving yourself, you know that you can love another human being. A lot of people they put on this act of, oh, I love myself enough not to put myself through labor. But that's called life. Do you get what I'm trying to say? We're here to literally have kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our bodies are gonna change regardless. I hear a lot of people saying, for example, I don't want to breastfeed because my tits will sag. They will sag, sister, regardless, because through pregnancy, your breasts grow. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like when I do hear it's so sad. Like for me, it's a sad thing when I do hear a couple of my, I don't know, people that I know, for
Yeah.
example, say, oh, do you know what? It's because I didn't find a man, so I don't want to have kids. Or I can't really take pregnancy, so I don't want to have kids. But I feel like it's deeper than just you saying those words. And I feel like I said, you don't know yourself. That's why you're saying that. Or maybe you do, and there's a dark side to you that you feel that having a child will bring out an even more darker side.
Interesting.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, I just thought like what you said as well. And I thought life was for reproducing, if that's the right word, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, it's
you get with someone
reproducing.
part of life, you start a family. But hey, I guess each of their own.
I thought it was part of love.
Literally, I thought.
Because for me, like kids are like, oh, love
Yeah,
baking babies, isn't it?
yeah,
Like I guess it's not for everybody, but I'm a lover, so I would think that
yeah,
yeah, like I'm a produce, I produce,
yeah.
I love, like,
Oh, we know you love. Nah, nah. I'm not gonna lie. Again, like for those who know, like you've got a very big, beautiful family.
yeah,
And obviously when I come around you and your family and I see how you and your husband, how you guys do it,
yeah,
it gives me even me hope in terms of like building my own family like in future and to just giving it another go because I feel
exactly,
like what I keep on saying, that's what life should be all about, man.
yeah.
Having kids, finding your lover slash best friend, and giving it a good go. What are some of your future plans for you and your family?
Do you know what my future plans? Funny enough, before my granddad passed, he actually asked me years before he passed.
Yeah.
I must have been maybe 24. This is the times I've met Rog.
Yeah.
That's my husband. And he said to me, you're getting to a stage now where 25 is going to, like, once you hit 25, you need to know where you're going because you don't want to be hitting 25 and you don't have a future plan, for example. Yeah. And he said, I want you to invest in some land. Yeah. I want you to have something for yourself. Not, don't wait for what your parents have got. Don't wait for what your grandparents have got. You're a woman. And at that point I had a child. And he said, build for your child. Yeah. He's like, there's some land here. I want you to invest in it. And I thought about it and I thought, maybe not. Do you know what I mean? Maybe this, maybe that. Sorry, that's one of the babies in the background.
Nah, this is so good. This is so good. Then I start.
No,
Oh,
so
good.
yeah, so I literally invested in my first asset when I was 25.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I bought a house with some land in Uganda, and I said to myself, that's going to be for my child. At that point, I had one child.
One child.
I have one child. So I thought, oh God. 2020 now, we're in COVID. I thought to myself, oh God, I'm a bit bored. Yeah. Let's knock that house down and let's rebuild.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we've just literally finishing off my project of building well, it's basically done. It's a 3-bedroom bungalow, nothing too fancy because I've also thought to myself, if I now build what Ugandans call a kalina, which is upstairs, do you know what I'm saying? Downstairs, upstairs house. I live in the UK. We live in these houses anyway. Do you know what I mean? And I thought, when I'm old, am I going to be able to walk up these stairs?
True.
So I thought to myself, let me build a bungalow, right?
Yeah.
So I built a bungalow and alhamdulillah, it's finished. And then I thought,
Alhamdulillah.
2022, 2023, maybe I need something else now.
Huh?
So now I thought to myself, I'll buy an acre of land.
Yeah.
So that's literally my new investment.
I love it.
Yeah, I've got 2. So it's like that's my new investments right now. And I'm just thinking about, like I said to you, I love kids. And what I want to do in terms of giving back to just life, I guess in general, which is build an orphanage home. That's my next project.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, me having obviously now a 13-year-old who is going into year 9, obviously young black male, we know how it is. We've studied here. We know how the system is. Society, to be honest, realistically, when you're black, you're a male, you know, you're a target.
I see.
Do you know what I mean?
I see. Free.
So it's like, for me, I think raising a king, do you know what I mean? I'm raising my young king and I want him to be better than how we were. Do you know what I mean? What I'm lucky in that my son actually knows what he wants to be. He wants to be an engineer. So he knows the path he wants to take. But that's got a lot to do with it's that's got a lot to do with